things for you if you don't already know. First off, this is the second semifinals. The winner is going to be going on to fight against Miso, a Terran player, in the grand finals. Secondly, this is not going to be the only cast today, but we do have one more best of 5 after this best of 3. We'll be back later this afternoon with the WCS America qualifiers. So hopefully you guys are ready for a big old long day of StarCraft. But to kick off this series, in the bottom left, he's going to be a Zerg player. It's the blue Zerg, Spreeezy.
And top right, as the red Terran, it's Ryung.
Alright, so Ryung's not looking too bad. Both of them, again, here in the semifinals. And we kind of know Ryung. One of the stories, if you missed the cast earlier, was that he's not really played a lot of Legacy of the Void. In fact, this is his actual first time playing it. Spreeezy, however, we know nothing about. This is not a name I recognize. He's from ESC, apparently. No idea where he sits in the game, but he got to the semifinals, and we'll see how he does versus Ryung. Ryung was, there's pretty abusive, just standard Terran stuff, though.
Yeah, it was pretty standard. I do wonder if the reason that Spreeezy won against Ian, I don't really want to be, mean and say, like, no way you could do that in a macro game, but I do wonder if he abused something against Ian. Ravager rushes, maybe surprise lurker builds. I mean, those would always be cool to see, or what? For really to beat him in a macro game, and that would be cool too. Ryung, he hasn't really played a lot of Legacy of the Void. He just knows that standard macro of the Heart of the Swarm, which has gotten him through. It got him past Jonah, another Zerg player. But if he was to face something special, then I think he would falter.
I feel like the point of playing a macro game is more. It makes a lot more sense. It's got a different meaning in something like Heart of the Swarm, where everything's been figured out. To play a macro game on Legacy of the Void, to me, like regardless of whether I know it's a Korean or not, it just kind of sounds like those players maybe haven't figured it out, or it's a slower paced game. Because everything in Legacy of the Void has kind of opened up options to be more aggressive, just generally speaking. Whether it's the tanks with the medevacs or Ravager rushes, it's I guess for me personally equally impressive to win with a cheesy Ravager rush as it is to macro out and play like a 20-minute ZV whatever.
I don't know. I mean, if it starts out with a Ravager rush and he's getting a Roach Horn right now on 2 bases, then it goes into a macro game, well, then he gets an edge, and that's good, and that's how he should play. But if he just abused something straight up, it's different. We do have Hellions on the way. They're not going to be that useful against the Roaches, but at least they'll be able to scout that it is Roaches and, go back and try and build a bunker.
He might get the Banshee out for this, though. Not exactly really super fast, but it's something where he might be able to just clutch on in this game. He did take the Command Center early enough that he will have a decent amount of SCVs, even if he loses some. Hellions, as you point out, they'll scout at best. Maybe they get a couple of drones if they run past, but for Spreeezy here, this isn't exactly the fastest Ravager rush we've ever seen of all time. In fact, it's hitting like a minute later than you would normally expect the fastest one to be. But it is coming with links, it is coming with abuse, and it's going to take more than just the Banshee to hold on to this defense. And he's opening with a Viking.
Yeah, and he just missed seeing all those Roaches. He sees the Lings, which aren't too suspicious.
Oh, Ryung. He's investing in the cloak too. I mean, 2 cloakless Banshees would be lifesavers, but not going to be the case. He's going to see the Ravagers morphing in too. Ooh, Summer Girl, this is not good for Ryung.
No, it is not.
You think he can even hold this? I mean, I already want to just say it's over.
Ravagers can sometimes really mess up. They get terrible shots off. Suddenly they die pretty quickly. But those shots are good. Spidey goes down the bunker way too late.
Yeah, Ravagers have way too much damage. They attack way too fast. That Banshee needed to already be attacking them to limit that number to like 2 before they even broke the wall. But 5 get in, and these SCVs are dying. And Ryung, that's
emergency turrets. I mean, engineering bay, for whatever reason.
This is that abuse sum we were talking about earlier, guys.
yeah, it really, it's an all-in, like, and
GG.
That's how you win, I guess.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see what map Rand goes with.